Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. Now Taurus, I am going to do a general reading for you. So if it does not resonate, do not force the shoe to fit. There will be more readings to come. Also, don't forget I'm doing the 30-minute free reading giveaway. I will be announcing the winner on June 1st. Make sure you stay tuned throughout the video because I'm going to tell you what you should comment in the comment box below, so that you can enter the free reading giveaway. Y'all, I'm sorry, my throat, I feel like I'm catching a little cold. I don't want to let it take me all the way down. So I'm trying to do my part with mentally kind of like pushing it out. So bear with me if you hear me like clearing my throat a lot. I am trying to keep it together. Anyway, so Taurus, prior to me starting your video, I did a meditation, right? And on your energy. And it just feels like your emotions right now are either getting the best of you and you're having a hard time staying grounded. For some of you, I feel like this was caused due to you finding out something about your partner. Either they were being unfaithful or it just feels like there is something that's connected to your heart that's keeping you from moving forward, right? Like actually continue to function properly. I don't know if it's really throwing you off, but I feel like what's happening is you're being pushed to see your value in this relationship, in this connection. I feel like you put a lot of energy and effort towards this relationship. Like you put in a lot of time and effort. But I don't know if you're getting back exactly what you're putting in. I also feel like this is throwing you off in a sense where you could be comparing yourself to other people like that are in your situation, or you're comparing yourself to other things or people or situations like that I should be there, or that should be me, or by now I should have done this. But I feel like for one, I feel like your emotions just need some grounding, right? Like your shadow side is being illuminated. And it almost feels like you're needing to retreat for a bit from the world so that you can ground yourself. Like, I think right now would be a good time for you, Taurus, I just saw 333 on the timer. Right now would be a good time for you to like spend some time in nature, maybe going on a trail, a walk, spend time by the water. Because look, elements are coming out. So spending time by the water could be beneficial for cleansing, and then spending time I don't know, going on a hike possibly, or doing some gardening will help you with grounding. So that could be significant. Also, your throat chakra is also significant. There could be something that you need to speak up about. I feel like you could be connected to someone who has, they have a wandering eye. Like I don't know, if you're connected to someone who is maybe put you in a third party situation, and that's what's throwing your energy off, the fact that you found out the truth, or I don't know. We're going to tap into your energy. And you know what? I was going to use this deck, but I feel like this energy is very tied to your heart, emotions, relationship. So I'm going to use this one instead. I think it'll tell us more of what's going on. All right, let's tap in, Taurus. What is going on? I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like you've really put in a lot of effort into this particular connection or relationship, but it just, I don't know if it's being, if the energy is being reciprocated, like if that's how your person is treating you as well. For some of you, Taurus, you could be reconsidering the type of work that you do. Maybe whatever it is that you're doing on your day-to-day is not actually what your soul has called you to do, like your true passion. So you're reconsidering maybe leaving a particular job or a career because you feel like you're not being valued, or you're just working too hard, and maybe it's keeping you, it's taking so much away from you rather than giving to you. Y'all, for the past 2-3 days, my communication has been shitty. Like, I've been stuttering. It takes me a while to think what it is that I want to say. So somebody could be really fucking with your, like, your head, your thoughts, like your emotions are really trying to take over. So don't allow for your emotions to dictate your actions. I did pull a red candle for you guys. So there's something also about, again, grounding, right? There's something about grounding your root chakra, like figuring out who it is that you are deep down inside, and valuing yourself, right? Like actually valuing who you are by either walking away from a certain situation, place, job, career, business, I don't know. It's like whatever it is, if this is not a relationship, there's like this really deep, like personal connection with whatever it is that I'm tapping into. So if it is a person, like I said, I feel like this person is making you feel like they're not valuing you, right? And what you bring to the table. And if we're talking about a job or a career or a business, I feel like that's the same, right? So get in where you fit in, like whatever situation may apply to you. All right, let's tap in. Spirit, what messages do you have for, did I even shuffle? Y'all, my head, I'm telling you, I just be so off lately. For the past few days, I've been off, and I can tell y'all that last Wednesday night or Thursday? Can't remember now. Yeah, Wednesday night. I had a horrible dream, right? It was one of those, like, someone was just holding me down and I could not get up. Like, I just knew I was dreaming and I was trying to come out of it, but there was something pushing me down. And I could hear myself yelling for help, but no one was coming. Like, I could hear myself in my sleep mumbling, like, help, 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 right? Anywho, ever since that dream, like, my whole shit was thrown off. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody is doing some sort of black magic or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I usually, of course, as an intuitive or as a tarot reader, do I believe in like spells and black magic and, voodoo and all of that? Yes, I think it does. Like it is possible to conjure up some negative shit, right? There's just like there is positive energy, there's negative energy. Can it be sent? Absolutely. Your words are spells. What you write down is spells. So do I believe that somebody could have sent me some bad negative juju? Possibly. There's people out there. Look, as I am saying that, there's people out there sending that evil eye. You don't even realize it. So there's somebody who could be watching you from afar, or they're jealous because, I don't know, maybe your person did put you in a third party situation, and this person is jealous because they're not you and they can't have your place or your spot. Who knows? All right, let's tap in, Taurus. I'm sorry. I like I said, I just be feeling all over the place. This could deal with a place of employment, like where you're at, right? You're having to choose between two, possibly. You could be between careers and wanting to see which one would be best for you. Maybe. All right, let me see, because I'm getting so much. What messages do you have? Oh, yeah, there was definitely some lying, cheating, and deceiving. We have the Devil and the Seven of Swords. Someone has been sneaky, lying, holding back information. If we're talking about you, Taurus, like you've been lying to yourself, you've been stuck in some sort of pattern, negative patterns, temptations, addictions. But this is giving like someone or something has been intentionally holding back information. Like they were showing up as a certain person, or they were showing up as I don't know, as a certain individual. And I feel like Judgment Day, with Judgment at the bottom of the deck, has come, and now the veil is being released. There's information that's either being exposed, coming up to the surface, or information that you received and found out. Maybe some of you saw something on somebody's phone or computer. Maybe whoever you're connecting to has been watching someone from afar, and you've caught them, and now you're starting to realize or see what type of person this is, and how they've been pretending or showing up as a certain type of person, but now it's like the veil is being lifted. I feel like the veil is being lifted. But, if this is a job, I also feel like you're starting to realize how, I don't know, maybe this job doesn't bring out the best of you in you, right? Like this job is just not, when you first applied for it, when you first received the position, or when you first got offered, the promotion or whatever, it was like painted as a pretty picture, right? Like this was going to be, what brought you security, what brought you, I don't know. I feel like you were excited about whatever this is, whether it's a relationship or a job. But I feel like things are starting to get revealed, and you're maybe not aligning with it anymore. Like you're not seeing eye to eye with this particular person or job. Aquarius moon. You can have an Aquarius moon, or be dealing with someone that has an Aquarius moon. Also Capricorn. What messages do you have for Taurus? Temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could have a Sagittarius in your chart. But I feel like with time, right? Like over time, you've been finally, I want to say, awakening, right? Awakening to who you've been connecting to, who this person is, or what this job is about. Like I feel like like I said, there over time you have put effort, you put time, you poured your love, you put your effort, your attention, whatever. And now it's like things are starting to things are starting to melt, and the shape of it is starting to change. Like whatever it was before, it's just no longer what it's not doing what it was doing for you before, right? Like how you see the ice right? And at the end of the day, when ice melts, it turns into water, right? So, but regardless, it's solid, right? It's solid in the beginning, but now it's like watery. I'm hearing you're wishy-washy. Maybe someone you're dealing with is really wishy-washy. They're really back and forth. I'm in my third eye. I'm picking up the Knight of Wands, another Sagittarius energy. So you could be dealing with someone who is very flighty, someone who is, acts on impulse. So I'm getting wishy-washy. So maybe that's what you told this person. Again, if it's a job, if this has to do with a job, it's like some days are good days and you like the job, some days are not so good. And I feel like you're starting to have more of the not so good days when it comes to this career. Let me get more for the Taurus. Six of Cups. So, Taurus, if you are connecting to someone who has lied, cheated, deceived you, I feel like this is someone, maybe they cheated with someone from their past, or maybe this person, again, I'm going back to picking up the energy of somebody being caught, or you finding information that reveals something about this particular person or job, right? And it feels like it's either negative patterns from the past that are being revealed and that are coming up to the surface. And this could be you too, Taurus. Like, you could be the one that's repeating negative patterns, right? And you've been in denial. And here we are now trying to make something work, trying to see if you continue to invest in something and expect a different outcome. I don't know, Taurus. It's giving insanity. It's giving insanity. Like, if you are expecting a different outcome and if you've repeated this pattern before and nothing has changed, then maybe you're lying to yourself. There's something that you need to be, unveil, right? And this could be a lie or a truth that you need to accept about yourself. But also, if this is about someone that you're connecting to, I'm not yet seeing any court cards. So this is so far telling me that this is energy within you, right? Like, this is something that you need to pay attention to, or just, shift your energy to, because it's coming up, right? Because we just had a new moon. We just had a new moon on Monday. So this is the time when things come to the surface, right? Like, this is when we become aware of the things that we need to work through and the patterns that we need to break out of. And either you're going to repeat the cycle again, or you're going to grow from it. Whether this is you, or this is someone that you've been dealing with who has given you a history of on and off, wishy-washy, right? Like, if you're expecting something different, if you're expecting to be treated, for your value, then you can't keep showing up for people, places, or things that don't value you, because they're clearly not showing you that. They're not giving you that. You're in dreamland almost, like expecting something different when nothing has changed, right? What was the definition of insanity? Is repeating something, expecting for something to change, something like that. Something like that. But you know what I mean, right? Like, you can't expect for for somebody to value you, especially if someone has been doing this over and over again, but it just keeps repeating over and over again. You keep staying, you keep trying to adjust yourself to appease the other person or to appease the job or whatever, but now it's hurting you, and it's hurting how you're how you're moving, how you're reacting, your actions, right? Like your emotions are now overpowering your actions, how you're moving forward, your decision making. What is the Seven of Swords? I don't know why these chocolate chip cookies are really popping, not like standing out. You could be eating chocolate chip, drinking coffee, chocolate chip cookies. You might like chocolate chip cookies. I also feel like, Taurus, like someone's childhood could have been really difficult. Like they could have experienced a very difficult past, right? When they were children. And they could have, if you're connecting to someone who, I don't know, maybe they experienced some sort of abuse, neglect, a traumatic, let's say that, childhood. That's what caused this person to create some sort of protection barrier around them. Or, yeah, I'm going to stick with that, a protection barrier. And it almost feels like that protection barrier is a lie, right? Like, how can I, what can I use as an analogy? I don't know. It almost just feels like someone has built a fake wall, right? Like the wall's not there, but you don't walk across it. You don't walk over it, jump over it, under it, nothing. It's just there. And you know not to cross it, or you've not allowed other people to cross it to come towards you. And that wall is not there. Like it's something that's been created, what is there in your mind, or in the person's mind that you're connecting to, right? Like they have kept you at arm's length due to their past, right? Due to their traumatic past or their childhood or whatever they've experienced. And it's almost like they've been protecting themselves and telling themselves like, you know what, I'm okay doing things by myself, or you know what, it's okay with me. Or maybe they've, this is someone that has cheated, or someone that, has put you in a third party. Those actions are coming from their difficult childhood, right? It's not an excuse. Like it doesn't make it okay. But the reason why these patterns keep repeating is because it's something that they've experienced in their past. Now, whether or not you decide to continue to repeat a pattern with this person, that's on you. Now you have to accept your truth. Like, are you willing to repeat these patterns with this person and they're not willing to go get therapy, or I don't know, acknowledge that there's a fucking problem? Then now you are okay with the problem, right? You're making a conscious decision that you are okay with what is being given to you. So I think this is an awakening. Well, you could be experiencing an awakening after you hear this reading, but I think this is a moment to not only acknowledge your value, right, and what you bring to the table, but also stand on business. Like, it's time to set your own price. Like, what do you want to accept, and what are you okay with dealing with, right? If this is it, if this double energy is it, and someone keeping you at arm's length, cool, no problem. You're at the right place, right time, right everything, right? But if you are clearly acknowledging that someone is not seeing your value, then your soul is calling for more. It's calling you. It's telling you like, hey, something's not right here. Something has to change. And if the person, job, or place or thing is not changing, then you have to be the one that does it, right? You have to be the one that takes action. You have to be the one that stays grounded or stands on business. Like, you can't force someone else to do it. You can't force the job to change. They've been doing shit like that for years. Like, it's not gonna work. So now it comes back to, or comes down to, what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna stay, stuck with someone or something that keeps lying to themselves, lying to you, just lying? Because I'm a firm believer, and some people may not agree with this, but I feel like how you do one thing, you do everything, right? And I feel like if you're okay with lying, then one time, or lying to someone that you say you love, and then you carry on with life, you're gonna, if you get away with that lie, you're gonna want to lie again elsewhere or something, or you're gonna do another lie and another lie and another lie. So if that's the type of person that you are, then you're gonna be a liar, not just in relationships, but in other things as well. And you don't have to agree with me, but I believe that how you do one thing, you do everything. Now, can people change? I think so. I think we all have the power and the free will to be able to adjust and grow. Absolutely. That's the whole point, is to grow. But first thing is accepting your truth. Everyone involved. The cheater or the one being cheated on. I don't know why I keep going back to cheating, but I feel like someone lied somewhere, somehow, somewhere. The Seven of Swords and the Devil, somebody definitely hasn't been honest about something, or has been lying about either addictions or temptations, or again, toxic patterns from childhood. What's this? Temperance. The Chariot. Okay. Cancer energy. So, okay, I like the Chariot under the Temperance because it speaks of like bringing things into balance and harmony, right? And finally making a choice. I know we were just talking about change, right? And I feel like in this situation, I feel like love has the possibility to win over hate. I feel like love, as I say that, I see the Page of Cups and the King of Swords after that. So this could be someone that you're dealing with, and they may come off as really cold or distant. They could be very logical and smart and intelligent and very focused, but this is, again, somebody who could have experienced a difficult past or a childhood. Heavy on a difficult past. You see how they have a little piggy bank, toys. So maybe they did have a difficult childhood, right? Ooh, some of you could be pregnant or be finding out that you're pregnant. Because I see, I don't know what made me think cat's out the bag, but the fish is out the bag. The fish is out the bag. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like somebody here is deciding to finally make a choice and stick to that decision and choice, right? I feel like, and what I mean by that is actually making the changes, right? Actually making the changes. Now, before I say that, let me get one more for the Chariot, because this Chariot card looks different than what it is usually depicted. It's two different paths, right? Usually this is not what it looks like on, the regular tarot deck, but there's a choice being made here. And I feel like with divine timing, because I feel like divine timing is at play, things are gonna balance out for you. Like, I believe that things are gonna start to balance out for you. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like you're starting to realize how someone or something isn't valuing you, right? And I feel like you already know this. I feel like you've already come to terms with that part. I think that now you are just at a point where you're just looking at your options and you're ready to make that choice or that decision to move forward. And I feel like the decision to move away, it may feel like loneliness at times. It may become burdensome at times, but it's better than to be treated like you are nothing and you have no value, because I feel like you've been carrying this burden for so long. Like, if you're this, here's this Empress energy. I think this is, Taurus energy. Yeah, Taurus energy. You don't, heavy on the expecting. Maybe you're pregnant with a new idea or giving birth to a new idea. But I do feel like you're starting to realize or see that someone is just not valuing you for what especially, like I was saying, if you're the Empress, you're someone that's nurturing, giving, caring, self-sufficient. You work hard for what you want and you don't stop until you get it. You look good, you smell good. You're like all the queens embodied in one. You take action towards what you want. You don't mind opening yourself up emotionally, right? Like, you're just, you know who you are and what you want. And I feel like for someone to treat you like you have no value or they're devaluing you, like, that's a burden that you don't need to carry, because it's not your fault that someone doesn't see you for who you are. That's their fault. Let them carry that. Someone could have a Sagittarius Saturn. But I think that once you make the decision, like once you finally remove the veil and decide to move forward, things are going to pick up speed. Like, I feel like there has been an energy of like stagnancy. Maybe you were experiencing financial instability because you were attached to someone who didn't know what they wanted. Maybe because they've had a traumatic, childhood, they don't know their own value. You can't value someone if you don't know your own value, right? Like, there's absolutely no way you can do that. No way. You can't learn to take care of something else or value something else if you don't feel like you have value yourself, right? Like, it just doesn't work that way. All right, y'all, let me get a Moonology card for you guys, and we're going to bring it all together. Now, in the comments, if you want to enter the 30-minute free reading giveaway, I want you to comment. What do I want you to comment? I know my value. I know my value. Yeah, I know my value. Write that in the comments if you want to enter the free reading giveaway. Okay? I know my value. All right. What message do you have for Taurus Spirit? Let's bring it all home. Let's bring it all home. Don't let your past hold you back. What the heck did we just talk about past? And a fiery climax approaches. So yeah, I feel like you're getting ready to speak up. Like, you're either speak up or you're ready to stand on business. You're ready to stand your ground. You're ready to speak up about your value. I think I said that at the beginning of the reading. All right, don't let your past. South Node. Your South Node could be significant. I think my South Node is, what's my South Node? Pisces? I don't know. I gotta look. South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Where you at? 114. Okay, it reads, the South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite of the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there is some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes. Even if it's staying where you are feels easier and safer. Bro, sis, ma'am, sir, exactly which is like we were just talking about, y'all. Like we literally have been talking about releasing yourself, seeing things for what it is. If it's not changing, something needs to change. Like something either in you, Taurus, or walking away from a situation, especially if it's a person that's been keeping you at arm's length. Like it's maybe time to, peace the fuck out. I don't know. All right, so don't forget, if you want to enter for the 30-minute free reading giveaway, type in the comments, I know my value. I know my value. Okay? All right, Taurus, I will talk to you soon.